A very, very troubling and worrying new survey has found that 1 in 20 children have seen pornography before the age of 10. And it's something that Loose Women star J.K. Barry has been investigating in a brand new documentary.
I do wonder about, in the porn industry, whether they think about the responsibility of who's watching it. I don't know, it's just a whole industry that I have no idea about.
So I'm diving in to the world of porn, not just what we see on screen, but the reality behind it. The people, the process, and how much of it is actually real.
Well, Grace joins me now. Such an important subject for you to tackle. I'm sure you learned a lot. It's one of those things that you think you know.
Yeah.
And then you sort of dive into it and realise, crikey, what was the most surprising thing, do you think?
I think for me it was how start-stop everything is. When you see stuff like that online, you think it's all one take and it's all, they're just sort of going with the flow.
Right.
But there's so much that goes on behind the scenes. You've got consent forms. You have to talk about everything to do with consent, what you're happy with, what you're not happy with. You talk through every single shot, and it's just basically very, very scripted, which I had absolutely no idea.
I suppose it depends on the level of it as well. I mean, this was kind of the kind of porn that they're spending money on. Do you know what I mean? In a sense like that. The thing that really troubles me, and we've talked about this on the show before, is how young kids are when they get exposed to this kind of thing, and then they think that's normal.
Well, I spoke to a porn addict called Josh, and he was exposed to it like many people are at a very young age, and something in his brain just flicked, and he became so obsessed with it and addicted to it that it affects his daily life even now. And I remember even when I was younger, my peers, you were so easily able to access it, and when you're watching it at a young age, you just think that's normal and that's how I should be in my relationships with women, and it's very damaging. So I thought with the documentary, let's explore how, first of all, whose responsibility is it to be like, this is fake and this is just for your entertainment, but also how do we let young people know that this is just, again, for your entertainment?
See, it really worries me, it really does, Grace, because when I was young, you just weren't exposed to it. You just weren't. There was magazines on the top shelf that you would, you're too tiny, and anyway, you wouldn't be able to do that. And even if you had, looking back, it wasn't, most of them were, they were a bit sort of silly and a bit daft and, a bit naughty. But this is hardcore stuff that kids are getting exposed to.
I interviewed a lot of lovely people that are specialised in a lot of hardcore types of porn. And for them, it's like, it's normal, that's fine. But when you're young, you would see that and be like, this is how I should act, and that's damaging. But also, in the education system, you're not really taught proper sex education.
No,
you're just taught the basics.
Yes.
So you're then left to your own devices to go and explore other things. I think that's also where the problem...
You're so right. I say this all the time. I've been banging on about it for years. Kids should have 3 things. They should learn how to cook, how to balance money and sex education. And I don't just mean like you say, this is what happens. It should be about feelings and relationships and respect.
And people are into different things. Just because you've seen that online doesn't mean that your partner is going to immediately want to do that.
No.
It's all about you have to be comfortable and discuss these things. And I think people just aren't talking about it.
No, I'm glad that we've got this debate and that you're doing programmes like this because it is really important. And also, you've got a profile, huge, and made even bigger, I guess, by last year by being on I'm a Celebrity. Is there a sort of feeling with you that there's a responsibility with that? So if you can, obviously you do things that are really good fun. Of course you do. But also you can just sort of highlight these kind of subjects.
Yeah, my audience are very young.
Yes.
And I remember being that sort of age, and you're very impressionable. So I sort of sometimes wish that I had someone like me or like my other peers that are telling you things and giving you information that maybe we didn't have.
Right. That actually makes an awful lot of sense.
And they'll listen.
Well, yeah, they're going to listen to you a lot more than they're going to listen to their parents or their, or even their grandparents.
It's too embarrassing to talk about with your
parents.
But
we don't. This is the thing.
I would pass out if my mum tried to talk to me.
No, because you don't want to do that. But you can watch what you're doing and try. It's kind of like you've got all of this on the one side, all of this torrent of pornography, and as you say, very, very easy to get into.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we need voices like you saying, excuse me, this is not right,
Yeah.
you know?
And I wanted to make sure in the documentary it wasn't slandering porn. Like, I think porn, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's just how you consume it and to be mindful when you do.
It's when it gets violent and aggressive and frightening. You know, people have always watched, but for goodness sake, they do porn drawings in the pyramids.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just, yeah, you are,
time.
but
Yeah.
it's how far you take it, and also you have to be grown up enough to know what is right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
So you're doing a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
By highlighting it. You really, really are. You can watch Faking It, it's called, on YouTube.
Yeah.
This is the way ahead, right?
The most accessible platform.
Yeah. You can watch it on YouTube. I know Piers Morgan's always banging on about YouTube. 'Tis the future, he says. 'Tis the
Very
future.
Piers Morgan.
So there we are. No, it's great what you're doing, Grace.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
fantastic. Thank you so, so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Well, that's a wrap for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We have all the best moments from the show right here on the channel. And if you like this video, then we think you'll love this one. See you next time.